The super tall building boasting a height of 280 yards, Sakishima Cosmo Tower. As of 2024, it is the 6th tallest building in Japan. Such a super tall building is located on Sakishima, an artificial island in Osaka, right under the nose of the site of the 2025 Osaka Expo. Despite being located in such a location, the building fell into debt immediately after completion and was essentially bankrupt just 7 years later. With such a history, it is often mentioned as a representative negative legacy of Osaka. This time, I will introduce the past, present and future of such a sad Sakishima Cosmo Tower while walking around the city. The Daimatsu exploration team will continue to create many videos that everyone can enjoy, so please subscribe to our channel. So, I came to the front of the new Tram Trade Center. New Tram is also known as the Minato Mirai Line, a new transportation system that connects the Cosmo Square station to the Sumino Park station. Cosmo Square station connects with the Osaka Metro Chuo Line. At Sumino Park station, it connects with the Osaka Metro Yotsubashi Line. By the way, the Chuo Line goes directly to the business district of Honmachi in Osaka, and the Yotsubashi Line goes directly to the bustling streets of Namba and Umeda. With just one transfer, you can easily get to the city center. I want to head quickly to our destination, Sakishima Cosmo Tower, but it's better to go through the large commercial facility ATC, which is directly connected to the tower. So, we'll go into the ATC first. The moment you enter, you can smell the bubbles. This ATC has various commercial facilities that are worth visiting. In the past, it has been bankrupt, or there were only vacant tenants, and there are various things. I have also introduced it in a video. I will post the video in the description box, so if you are interested, please take a look. With that said, I will quickly send the communication channel that connects ATC and Cosmo Tower. We have arrived. If you go through this passage, it is the entrance to the Cosmo Tower. At the entrance, it is written in large letters, Osaka Prefecture, Sakishima Building. Actually, Sakishima Cosmo Tower is a nickname. The official name is Osaka Prefecture, Sakishima Building. This ridiculously huge building is currently serving as the prefectural office. When you enter, there is a large atrium area called Vespa, which is quite impressive. Vespa itself feels like a low-rise building attached to the side of the tower. There are vacant tenants standing out, and vacant tenants of restaurants that used to be there are left as they are. There are very few people moving about at the Osaka Prefecture government office. It's surprising that there are many people using it. The elevators going up are partially stopped, and it seems to be quite a struggle. However, this blue floor has a sense of bubble, and it's a coloring that you wouldn't expect now. As you go further, there was a tenant map from the tenant map that was made before. With the stores closing one after another, they are covered with seals and you can't tell what is what. Personally, it's a lot of trouble to correct it later. I really think it's best not to create a tenant map on the panel. I wonder if they consider what happens when the tenants listed on the panel close down. Originally, this area seemed to be treated as a date spot targeting young people, so there were many restaurants and shops. There used to be McDonald's and Starbucks. After that, as stores gradually closed down, pachinko parlors, and 100 yen shops moved in, giving the impression that anything that could fill the space was welcome. Now there's nothing left to fill, and a rather lonely atmosphere hangs in the air. The elevator hall of the tower is incredibly luxurious. You can tell at a glance that a lot of money has been spent. It would be rude to the creators to ask why there are so many objects on display around it. I really wonder why, but perhaps they were collected in order to make the high-rise building luxurious. In 2009, a lodging facility called the Cosmo Tower Hotel opened in the middle floors. A direct elevator is also available. However, a lawsuit arises when the rent is not paid to Osaka Prefecture just a few months after the opening. The Prefecture, before the lawsuit, the Prefecture has terminated the lease contract with the hotel side, but the hotel continues to operate while still occupying, creating a messy situation. The result of the trial is a victory for Osaka Prefecture. The hotel side was ordered to pay about 260 million yen in rent. The hotel side seems to have argued that there was noise from the elevator renovation work for the reason they did not pay the rent, and that the rent should be offset against the renovation costs. The hotel closed in October 2024, but at the time of filming and posting this video, it was still in operation. I wanted to stay at the hotel as a last memory and sent an email, but I didn't get a reply and couldn't stay. As far as I can tell from checking the travel site, it seems they have stopped accepting new reservations. Also, the president of this hotel was arrested for hiding assets after the trial. Hey, you can laugh. His company may have offices in places like this, but basically it's occupied by departments of the Osaka Prefecture government. Looking at this case alone, it doesn't seem like a lot of floors are occupied, but is that okay? When you go outside, there is a fairly large parking lot, but this is the 2000s. It was used as an open stadium for large-scale music festivals and concerts such as Summer Sonic. After that, due to the influence of the mansions built around the Cosmos Square, noise became a problem. Now it is being used as a parking lot. And at the very top, there is an observation deck. Osaka is famous for its Umeda Sky Building and Tennoji's Abeno Harukas, but personally, I think this observation deck is the most beautiful. I'll introduce that at the end, but first I'll tell you about this skyscraper from its construction to its demolition. First of all, there was a grand plan called the Technoport Osaka project into which 2 billion yen was invested. To put it simply, it's located in Osaka Bay. The plan was to turn the 3 artificial islands of Umeshima, Maishima, and Sakishima in Osaka Bay into vibrant cities. Each island had its own concept for the city, but especially the Cosmo Square district on the north side of Sakishima, which was intended to be a sub-center of Osaka, attracted the most attention. This is an image from 1991. You can see that many high-rise buildings were planned to be built. However, unfortunately, due to the bubble collapse and the naivety of the forecast, only 4 buildings in this diagram were completed, and this plan was abandoned. One of the 4 completed buildings is the Sakishima Cosmo Tower, a symbol of the sub-center plan. It's the high-rise building in the center of the image. At the time of its opening in 1995, it was known as the Osaka World Trade Center building, affectionately called the World Trade Center Cosmo Tower. Including the ATC, it was considered a hub for trade. Initially, it was not even the Osaka Prefectural Office. There are still many people who call it the World Trade Center, aren't there? In this video, we are unifying the name to Sakishima Cosmo Tower, but until recently, I also called it the World Trade Center. A super high-rise building with a height of 280 yards. It's so tall that even if you shoot with a wide-angle lens from a distance, you can't capture the whole thing. It was completed in 1995, but the design doesn't feel dated at all. It's a refreshing design that doesn't feel old or stale. At 280 yards tall, as of August 2024, it is the tallest high-rise building in Japan. It is currently ranked 6th, even in the rankings. Until recently, it was 4th, but it was overtaken by two new super high-rise buildings in Tokyo, which led to its current position. The first place was the Mori Japan Tower in Mabuchi-dai, which was completed in June 2023. I think it's still fresh in your memory that Abeno Harukas in Osaka was overtaken at the time of the video release. Following that, the second place is Abeno Harukas, the third place is Yokohama Landmark Tower, the fourth place is Toranomon Hills Station Tower, the fifth place is SIS Rinku Tower, and the sixth place is Sakishima Cosmo Tower. By the way, the fifth place, SIS Rinku Tower, is also in Osaka, and there is only a difference of 3.937 inches in height with Sakishima Cosmo Tower. It's not just a coincidence. A fierce competition for height was unfolded between Osaka Prefecture and Osaka City. SIS Rinku Tower was planned by Osaka Prefecture, and Sakishima Cosmo Tower was planned by Osaka City, and they both competed to build the tallest building in Western Japan. The first plan that was decided was for the SIS Rinku Tower, which was involved in the construction by Osaka Prefecture. From the planning stage in the late 1980s, there was a plan to build the tallest building in Western Japan, and a building about 284 yards, 3 feet 4 inches high was being considered. After that, construction began at a slightly lower 280 yards per floor. On the other hand, the Sakishima Cosmo Tower of Osaka Prefecture. At the initial planning stage in 1989, it was supposed to be 164 yards high, and the total construction cost was expected to be 52 billion yen. Originally, due to Sakishima's building restrictions, only buildings up to 164 yards were allowed. It was unreasonable to build the tallest building in Western Japan. However, the surrounding area of the planned construction site was recognized as an urban planning area, and to put it simply, the height restriction was relaxed and we were able to build a tall building. With that, the city of Osaka will promptly revise the plan. By the year 1990, the plan changed to a height of 276 yards and a total construction cost of 98 billion yen, and construction began. In the documents of Osaka City at the time, it is clearly stated that the Tsutenkaku Tower will be the tallest in Western Japan. However, the Tsutenkaku Tower is 280 yards tall, which is 4 meters short of being the tallest in Western Japan. Accepting this, the Sakishima Cosmo Tower, though still under construction, amended its plans and finished building at 280 yards tall, costing 1.993 billion yen total. The initial construction cost was 520 billion yen, but the actual cost reached 1,193 billion yen, more than double the original plan to build this structure. But in terms of height ranking, the Rinku Tower was just 10 centimeters taller. The height of the Cosmo Tower became 280 yards, so the Rinku Tower also increased its height by just 10 centimeters, finishing construction at 280 yards. It's that serious. Despite repeated changes in plans to match the Rinku Tower, the Cosmo Tower ended up losing. The original plan was to build a 150-meter building, but they ended up building a 256-meter building. Is that okay? They built a building that didn't fit their stature, so there was no reason it would be okay. Due to the bubble collapse and the subtle time it takes to get to the city center, The offices were not filled at all, and they started with a reverse rocket start, saying that they were overstocked at the opening anniversary. 8 years after the opening, in 2003, they went bankrupt as they were. For some reason, it turned into the black in 2005. Of course, there is a reason for this. Apparently, the city of Osaka was covering twice the rent of other tenants under the name of rent and common service fees, and was unreasonably filling the deficit. It was almost called the second city hall of Osaka from such a situation. However, by 2010, the funds were almost exhausted. Here, Osaka Prefecture is considering moving the prefectural office to the World Trade Center. As a result, the complete transfer of the prefectural office did not come true, but many departments became subject to transfer, and in 2010, the World Trade Center became the Osaka Prefecture Kansai Prefectural Office. By the way, it was sold to Osaka Prefecture for 80 billion yen. The total construction cost is 1,193 billion yen, so it's less than 10% of that amount. It's a sad episode, but a favorite of Mr. Moridaku at the Sakishima Cosmo Tower. I hope you all go to the observation deck on the 55th floor at the top. The view from here is absolutely stunning, seriously. Thanks to its location, there are not many people, so you can relax and enjoy the view. The day I visited, it was empty despite being a holiday. It's impressive. It wasn't there before, but now there is a paid premium seat available. Previously, there were only two-seater seats, but now they have built walls and covered them with nets so that no flies can get to your food. These seats are surprisingly only 500 yen per hour. Of course, no one was using them, and even the foreigners who came to the observation deck laughed when they saw the sign. Instead of trying to make money in such a way, let's make an effort to attract people to the observation deck itself. If you want to relax and enjoy the view, I definitely recommend going to this observation deck. It's 1,000 yen per adult. If you report at the window that you've seen the search team anywhere, it will be half price. That's a lie. That concludes the Sakishima Cosmo Tower introduction. I honestly think that the management is stable now that it's become a government office, but I wonder if the vacant tenants will be filled. Anyway, I would be happy if even one person who saw my video thought they wanted to go. That's it for this video. If you like this video, I would appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel and give it a high rating. See you in the next video.